Hey everybody, Mike D here. Welcome to the program. Today we're fishing with Glenn Clark Kent May. Now I'd like to call Glenn Clark Kent because he is the Superman of bass fishing in my mind. He loves to fish, obviously. He also owns and operates the best bass fishing destination on the web, bassresource.com. Today Glenn is taking us to Banks Lake in Washington State to fish for smallmouth bass. Let's go to Lunkerville.
Got one! Fish on!
It seems in every town in America that there's a secret fishing spot where the water runs clear and the bass are always biting. And at that spot, there's an unsung hero who knows every stump, laydown, and lily pad. Seems all he's got to do is wet a line. And sure enough, he's reeling in a big bass. So if you're looking for real people with real fish stories, then hop a ride. We're going to Lunkerville.
Like that.
Yeah,
First cast.
beauty. First cast.
First cast.
Okay, I'll put it on the spinnerbait. Nice,
I
Glenn.
like that.
He's got the honey hole.
Not a big one, but
Hey.
hey. You like that? Welcome to Lunkerville.
Got a nice spinnerbait.
All right, this is going to be some fun action. Oh, got a little guy hit it. That'll happen. These little guys will come up and smack it and play with it. They got eyes bigger than their mouths.
Oh, there you go. He got one. He wants to be on Lunkerville.
Come on now.
It's
Really?
about numbers.
Let go.
I love
Little
this
guy.
Oh, yeah, I got one there.
There you go. That's better.
A little better.
We almost doubled.
I like these little guys.
Oh!
Came off
Quality
How could
release.
he even get his mouth on that hook?
Now, Mike, if you notice, there's one thing I'm doing that you're not,
What?
and that's an underhand cast.
Okay, and why should I
Now,
do
the
that?
reason I do that, I'm slinging a 3/4 ounce spinnerbait.
Uh-huh.
It's huge, all right? Typically, if you throw overhand, you're gonna get a big splashdown, and
Oh.
that can spook the fish. So I want a nice soft entry, kind of like when you're flipping and pitching.
Okay.
So an underhand cast will do that. We'll get it right in there. It's a real nice soft entry. And then I start reeling right away. The little guy following.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. So
But
just like-
typically I get the,
Oops, I'm bringing it too high. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
you want a low trajectory. That's the whole key to it, is a low trajectory. And then,
So you don't want them to notice it. You want
right,
Okay. Interesting.
see that? You got that Olympic.
There we go. Oh,
See? Come here, dude. A little
Getting
bit better. A little bit better. Oh, quit destroying my spinnerbait. There we go. I tend to sharpen my hooks right out of the package.
Really?
Yep. You know, people say, you want it so it scratches the your fingernail when
Yeah.
it's sharp. I go sharp enough where it digs into my fingernail. As a matter of fact, I've sharpened them sometimes so sharp if you push too hard, it'll go through my fingernail. It really astonished me. I got fishing with a whole bunch of different people, and how many don't even have a hook sharpener on their boat? I was stunned. I was like, you don't have a hook sharpener? What do you do when your hook gets dull? Oh, we just replace it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. How about during a tournament? Like, a spinnerbait or a jig? Well, I'll sharpen that. I'm like, well, then where's your hook sharpener? Well, I don't have one on the boat. Like,
Calling them out. Glenn. Lunkerville's presented by South Bend, a fishing tradition since 1906. Also sponsored by Diet Mountain Dew. Diet tastes better on the mountain. Big Bite Baits, designed to bring the big bite to your line. SUNLINE, the strength to guarantee your confidence. Bassresource.com, the ultimate bass fishing resource guide. MATZUO America, dedicated to anglers who expect performance at the right price. Bass Professor's Fishing Paradise 3D. Download for free in the App Store. I think we're going to call this episode Clark Kent in Smallieville. And there's a reason we're in Smallieville, number one. And Glenn has this website, bassresource.com. He does everything. He takes hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of videos. There's articles. It's the best resource for bass fishing information on the internet, really. So he's like the Jimmy Olsen, the Clark Kent, the Lois Lane. The whole Superman theme is working for me. Well, I love Bass Resource. It is the best resource. It is the Daily Planet of bass fishing. It's just amazing how much content is there. Oh, yeah!
There's a better one.
That's a better one.
That's a better one. I told you, man.
Yeah!
There you go.
Yee.
They are fun, aren't they?
Easy release. Yeah, man. What I was saying. Are you red-eye?
Are you red-eye?
I'm red-eye. I'm a red-eye for love.
All right, hold on to your ride.
I love it when they slam it like that, man.
They do. They absolutely hammer these baits. When they're on it, I love the strike.
Now tell us a little bit about this canyon that we're fishing. I look at this and I'm like, it seems like it would be super deep right here. What's the story?
Well, it's centuries ago, there was a big ice dam in Montana that held back tons and tons of water, and it broke. The ice dam melted and it broke, sending this huge flood of water through Idaho, through Washington, and it carved out this canyon on the way to the ocean. Literally, it was as high as you can see up here. That was where the ground was, and this flood just came through and carved it all out.
Ice dam meaning like a glacier?
Yeah, it was very much like that.
Okay.
Oh! God dang it, he missed it.
I'm getting him.
He missed it.
Would he come back for another one?
He might. I didn't sting him. You know what I call those fish that swing at it and miss?
Is it dirty?
Amateurs. There we go, good one.
Yeah, that's
a better one. That's
oh
a better
yeah, look
one.
at that flash.
Come here, you. Ooh, this is.
Oh, that's a horse.
This guy will work.
Beauty.
Come here, you.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. They're
Look
getting
at
better
that.
and better.
Man, he ate it. He just ate it. Look at that.
Beauty.
That's a nice one. That's a good 2.5 pounder right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good Washington fish. Mwah. Love it.
They're getting better and better.
Yeah.
I like it.
Look what he
This
did
is
to my
fun.
spinnerbait.
They destroyed it. And he was out a little bit, right?
Yeah, well, he came up from deep water to hit it. Deeper water. We're not that deep.
How deep are we right now?
We're only in about 13 feet of water. So he was shallow.
There's power lines everywhere around here, so they must be making power there, too, right?
Yeah, that comes from the Grand Coulee Dam.
Yeah.
It makes power enough for not only Washington State, but it powers even parts of California.
Wow.
All the way down to California.
One dam does all that. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Ooh, there's a smally rock. Now you would think every time you see a rock like that, there would be fish around it, right?
Normally, yeah. In the spring especially, spring and the summer, they like to sit in these big boulders. In the fall, they like more chunk rock because they're fishing, they're eating crawdads.
No. Oh no, I'm snagged.
Are you?
Yeah, I just let it fall.
Oh, you got it. Check your hook point.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Those rocks like to dull hooks real fast.
Of course. Oh yeah. Can I borrow that that sharpener? you could teach me how to sharpen.
Yeah.
Now, I was taught when I was a Boy Scout, but I forget.
Well, it's real simple. Take your hook, you put it at about a 10-degree angle to the sharpener, and you're gonna go towards it. A lot of people like to do it this way. That's not the way you do it.
That's not the way.
You go towards it. You give it a moderate amount of pressure, depending on how thick the hook is. It's a pretty thick hook, so I just give it a little bit. And I'm only going this way. You see me bringing it back, but I just go against
spinning it around.
and I go all the way around. And then what I do, after doing that, is I check on both sides real quick for any burrs. If you feel a burr, and there's a little bit on this side, I take that off. Just a little bit.
So what is it about bass fishing that you love?
Yeah, like tournaments, I like competing, I like seeing how I do against other people. That's a lot of fun. But a lot of it's just the camaraderie, you know? I haven't yet to meet, you know, a bass angler out there, or any fisherman for that matter, that, you know, haven't been really nice, genuine, sincere, you know, great people.
Fishing with other people out in a tranquil setting like this, you have time to talk, get to know each other. There's something about bass fishing that is, lends itself to getting to know people and just kind of calm, good times. Hey everybody, Mike D here, and you're watching Ready to Fish Television. So you're out fly fishing. It's beautiful. The stream, the river. You have your Ready to Fish combo, packed with an armada of flies ready for the attack. So you see a boulder there, you see a current break over here, cast past it, past the break, past the boulder. You let that fly come down, all natural, all real. That trout sitting there behind the boulder, behind the current break, easy meal. Oh, there he is. We got a tip here by Drew H. from Hillsboro, North Carolina. Drew says, when I fly fish, I always carry 2 to 3 different colored jars of lure dye. If the bite gets tough, I dip my whitetail feather flies into a yellow or red dye to give it a different look in the water. It's amazing how many bites it produces. Very cool, man. I like that. That's very creative. Got to mix it up a little bit, rock it out, punk it out. Yeah, baby. Right here. High five, baby. Check out more tips and techniques in the rigging guide that's included with your Ready to Fish combo. Also, download a full color guide at readytofish.net.
There we go.
Yeah.
That didn't take much.
Dance, baby.
Come here, you. I just want to see your face. I just want to see your face. I'll let you go. All right. He's like, it's got my face. Boy, I got him good. So sharp hooks.
I think it's the rain. The rain picked up. I put on my raincoat. Do they like the rain? Do they like this little sprinkle? Does that wake them up a little bit?
It can. Yeah, the clouds and the rain can break up the light penetration and make them more active. Get them a little more aggressive.
What are the habits of a smallmouth bass? What makes them different than the largemouth?
Well, a lot of people say they're more aggressive than largemouth, but from a biological standpoint, they're actually not. Largemouth are more aggressive as far as taking over habitat, but they fight a lot harder than largemouth because they got a big wide tail, and that's just a lot of power. So physically, they're different from that aspect. They just fight so much better. But they also seem to bite a lot better when it's a little bit cooler out or the weather isn't as good. The largemouth will just shut down and hunker down or go out and suspend, whereas a smallmouth, typically they'll still feed. You know, they're not as affected by major fronts going through. I don't know why. You know, I'm not an expert in that, I suppose, but I just noticed that as far as fishing is concerned. When I'm out fishing like a lake like this, and you have both largemouth and smallmouth, and then you got a front coming through.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, then you get fish like that. And they'll bite.
He bit.
I think, Mike, this is the one that you missed a minute ago.
Oh, and you switched to a crankbait.
Yeah. I got his
Aha.
face. Come here, you.
Now, I heard from a guest recently that big largemouth like to hang, or often hang with other big largemouth. So that if you catch a big fish, you should keep fishing.
Look what he spit up. Look what he spit up.
Ooh, what did he spit up? Is that crayfish?
Yeah, crayfish and it was a shad. Well, it was a bait fish.
Oh, poor guy. He got sick. You made him sick, Glenn. Now he's got to go find another meal.
And it wasn't me that made him sick. I think he saw you, Mike.
I'm sure of that.
All right, come on. Really?
What was that? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
You broke the record.
You obviously have eyes bigger than your mouth. Are you kidding me?
He wanted to make out with the lure.
Holy cow.
He wanted a girlfriend.
This is ridiculous.
You're not old enough for that yet.
These are the kind of fish Mike catches.
Yes, they are, and I'm proud of it. Why do you show all those little fish on Lunkerville? Listen, if you don't like it, turn the channel. This is what we do. I want some perch. I do, I really do.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had a feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a better fish.
Beautiful. Okay, you went to the spinnerbait.
I went to the spinnerbait.
I'm gonna try the crankbait.
Well, he just ate it. Man, he wanted that.
Yeah.
Look at that, he just took that right into his mouth, man. He took the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Another
The kids
big one.
are out. They're playing.
It's a monster.
I barely felt him. Oh yeah. Another one.
There you go.
What's happening here? Glenn's got the magic touch.
It's a lot of fun.
Maybe I should go back to the spinnerbait.
There we go, little fella.
Oh yeah, he's a horse. Go home, little guy.
Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back after these messages.
There we go.
Oh,
That's a little bit better fish.
oh, he's tugging.
Come here, baby. There we go.
Yeah,
That's a little bit better.
they're aggressive. He's long.
That'll work.
Oh yeah,
A little bit better. Boy, Mike, I sure wish you knew how these felt.
Oh, you stop it. I know. Hey, I edit this show. I'll catch just as many fish as I want.
I was with a guy on a road trip this year on Pickwick, and I was throwing a Senko, and I kept catching fish on Senko over and over and over again, and finally I started razzing him about it because he wouldn't switch over. He wouldn't switch over.
Oh, he's one of those. It's the anti-stickbait bourgeoisie. I mean, they're so stuck up.
Finally, my 23rd fish, and they were all, pound to 2 pounds. Some of them were bigger than that. My 23rd fish, he finally, all right, and tied him on. And he
There we
started
go.
catching fish.
There's one.
There, Mike's got one. There we go. Nice jump.
Oh, he's digging.
He's a fighter. That's a good fish.
Not bad at all. I think he splashed the lens.
Good fish.
Well, good for me.
There you go. See, Mike can catch fish.
I can. He's humongous.
Despite the rumors.
He's got a belly full.
They're eating.
Yeah.
Oh, he smacked that one.
Man,
Just a little
okay.
guy. Jeez Louise, he hit that.
I'm going to the crankbait.
Just a little guy. Holy cow, but see, I impaled him. Look at that. It's got my face, Dad. Dad, it's got my face. Let go.
Yo!
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Holy cow, that's a good one.
He slammed it.
That is a good one.
I'm glad I changed to that crankbait.
Holy cow. You want to
Oh,
net?
it's nettable.
No.
Woohoo! Yeah! Look at that, right when I changed to the crankbait. Yeah, Glenn.
Right on.
Bring it on, baby.
That is
Woo!
nice. That's what I call doorbell bass. Ding dong, somebody's home.
Beauty.
They're here.
It's Glenn, Clark Kent, May in Smallieville here, and you are the Superman of bass fishing, really, because you make it so easy. You work so hard, too, with providing all this information for free to everyone out there, to the whole world at bassresource.com. And I've wanted to fish with you for a while, and here we are. And I thank you very much
My pleasure.
for taking me out. Had a great time. Tell us how it went today.
Well, this morning we had a front come through and I was getting a little concerned because it looked like the wind was going to kick up, which is out there in the main lake, we can get some really big rollers out there, 3 to 5 foot rollers, and it can be pretty nasty, which can prevent us from getting out in the main spots I want it to go on. But the wind cooperated, it wasn't that bad. It rained a little bit, but that didn't get in our way. The fish actually kind of liked that, and they were waiting for us when we got there. And hard baits were the call today. It was spinner baits, crankbaits. They're feeding up for the fall, getting ready for the winter, and they were just chomping on it. So that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. They were chomping. It was steady action. No huge fish, but some nice fish. Plenty of kids, and the rain held off for most of the day. It sprinkled a little bit, but not a problem. And thanks again for taking me out.
Yeah.
And everyone at home, go to bassresource.com. It is the bass resource for everything bass fishing. If you're just getting into fishing, if you're an expert, there's videos, there's tips, there's thousands of pages of information, and more importantly, there's the forum there where you could interact with other anglers and get to know people and go on these get-togethers that Glenn holds. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in next week to Lunkerville.